In the Viridian expansion, we are introducing Tech 2 Dreadnoughts, which is the first Tech 2 capital ships since Jump Raiders, and they will be known as the Lancer Dreads. This is the first step in an ongoing evolution of the capital ecosystem within EVE, so it gives us the opportunity to introduce new roles, new tools, new dimensions of combat that keep wars really dynamic and increase the strategic depth within EVE. So Dreadnoughts have some of the most clear and well-defined roles within the capital ecosystem. So they really provided us with a really good foundation to get started before we want to expand on other classes. We didn't just decide to make bigger, badder dreads. These ships have a very specific purpose, and they give you a new role to master. So with the addition of the Lancers, the Dreadnought landscape looks a little bit different. So for example, we have Tech 1 Dreads that deal a pretty high damage, and they cost the least to create. We have the Navy Dreads from Uprising that we introduced last year, and they are the strongest of the Dreads, but they're also very expensive. We also have the Pirate Dreads, and they have their own very specific utility. And then we have the Lancers, and they really fit nicely into the big picture. So let me tell you more about the Disruptive Lance, which is the Lancer Dreadnought's new weapon. The Lance Doomsday neutralizes the energy around it when it fires, and given that it requires capacitor to fire, this makes firing them en masse from a single ball of ships difficult, plus you're more likely to hit your friends in such an arrangement. This AoE energy neut effect will encourage more thoughtful placement of capital ships on a battlefield, rewarding the side which is best able to make use of them. So in addition to damage applied, when a target is hit, it prevents warping, tethering, using its jump drive, and reduces remote repair received for 60 seconds. So how much damage does it do? Well, if you're in a small ship, not a lot, because the damage will depend on the signature radius. But if you're in a capital, look out. Now that we've talked about the lance weapons, let's meet the Lancers themselves. The Amarr Lancer is called the Bane and is a Tech 2 version of the Revelation. Its main offensive systems are an electromagnetic disruptive lance and missiles, a first for an Amarr capital ship. The Kaldari Lancer is the Karura, a Tech 2 variation of the Phoenix Dreadnought. The Karura boasts hybrid turret capacity, uncommon for Kaldari capital ships, and a kinetic disruptive lance. The Galenti Lancer is the Hubris, based on the Moros, and is armed with hybrid turret capability and a thermal disruptive lance. The Minmatar Lancer is the Valrap, a Tech 2 spin on the Naglfar, both still vertical. Its offensive systems consist of projectile turrets and an explosive disruptive lance. These Lancers will be in high demand, so it's the perfect opportunity for industrialists to take advantage and configure their supply lines accordingly. We're super pumped to roll these ships out in the Viridian expansion and see what tactics emerge from their use. See you on the battlefield!